And the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Playoffs, Round 1, and Game 1 went to Montreal, 2-1 win in a game that was was marred by a very ugly injury to the Leafs captain John Tavares. Freak accident. Nobody at fault here. And we'll talk about it. I've got a bunch of different stories we're going to talk about. So if you're a Habs fan like I am and you want to see more, videos like this, all about the Habs, please subscribe, ring that notifications bell, and that'll get you your daily fix of Blue Ball Rouge right here at Talking Habs. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any comments about this video, please leave a comment in the comment section. First, I'm going to lead off with, there was no winner last night in the Guess the Score contest. So I do a contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, it's the playoffs, so you can win a $10 prize directly into your bank account via Interact. But we had no winners last night in the 2-1 win with Josh Anderson getting the first goal. So, there was a couple of Anderson guesses, but nobody had the score right. Awesome. So let's go start with this. I'm going to start with this. If anybody remembers, Craig Button at the beginning of the season was talking about he thought Montreal would be the best team in the division and win the division. And then as we're getting into the approach of the playoffs, he said he didn't think there was any way that Montreal could beat Toronto in this playoffs. And he was totally surprised at Cole Caulfield not being in the lineup, and that definitely that they wouldn't have a chance to win a game. And I got this. So I guess we proved him wrong. I'm not very happy with the circumstances around it, honestly, with the John Tavares injury, but we're up 1-0. And I think both teams were kind of shook and shocked in the game, and I'm not sure that it gave Montreal anything more than a slight advantage, because I think they were just as shocked and shook up by what happened as Toronto was. This is a quote I want to remind you of. Going into the series, Josh Anderson said, "I don't think there's any team I'd rather play more than," and I still haven't fixed that, than Toronto. That's a Josh Anderson quote. The reason I bring that up is Anderson was quite fantastic in the game. He led the scoring off in the first period with a beautiful goal, breaking through the defense, like splitting them, and then like sniping a shot off the crossbar, over the glove, off the crossbar, and into the net. So a really nice goal by Anderson. And the reason I'm bringing that up also is 3 stars of the game. So I'm going to give you my 3 stars of the game, since I don't do a proper review anymore. I'm going to do this here. Number 3, Paul Byron. That was a beautiful. I don't even know how to. That was just an amazing goal. Being tripped, and on the way down, he falls and has the ability to flick that puck up into. Would have been a penalty, maybe even a penalty shot. But he said, don't need that. I'm going to score right now. And so he scores. That he gets 3rd star for that. Josh Anderson was a beast last night. A beast. Banging bodies, skating. How many? He could have had a hat trick last night. He had that first goal, like I said, and he had 3-4 other opportunities that were amazing. That Campbell made good saves, there's no doubt, but Anderson was a beast last night. And then 1st star for me, Carey Price. 35 of 36 shots. The one that went in was a rebound. He gave up a small rebound with Nylander at the side of the net. Not much chance to get that. You could say don't give up the rebound, doesn't happen. Okay. He had a .972 save percentage, and he was just a wall last night. Playoff Carey Price. That's what they call him. Playoff Price. He was unbeatable. And it was a bit of a shaky start. I mean, I got to admit, I thought he had a bit of a shaky start. I was worried at the beginning of the game. Maybe say the first 10 minutes of the game up until the Tavares injury, I'll say. He was kind of a bit shaky. And results were good. And I think going forward, his confidence has to be there. And I think we might have the Carey Price we were hoping to have. So those are my 3 stars of the game. I was looking in the camera the whole time while I had that up there. There you go, learn how to take things off the board. Here's a look at the goal. That's Paul Byron on the way down and just flicking that puck up over Campbell. That's an amazing goal, and kudos to Paul Byron on that. And I was in there here, one of the guys thinking, okay, take Byron out of the lineup to put Caulfield in. Yeah, I think I might have been wrong on that. Definitely don't mind admitting when you're wrong, right? Next up, what we got next? Okay. I guess we'll go with this. So it's not – everybody knows what happened last night by now about the John Tavares injury. I mean, I don't know what else to call it. When it happened, I was sick to my stomach almost seeing that. I was shocked. It took me till the intermission before I got I was back to normal in the live stream and all that. It was very hard to watch. I'm not going to show it here. I'm not going to show any pictures of it here. Two newspapers were horrible. The headlines in the Toronto Sun and the Journal de Montreal were probably shouldn't have even named them, but I'm not going to show them here. But they're ridiculous to put that up there on the front page like that. Clickbait. John Tavares. The update is this: after the game or after it happened, it was released that he was conscious and communicating well before being taken to hospital, and the initial test they ran came back clear, and this morning released that he was doing well and released from hospital, like I said, Friday morning. So I'm doing this Friday morning was released from hospital. So speedy recovery and thumbs up, and thoughts go out to John Tavares and his family. And listen, you know what? I don't like the Leafs. There's no secret there. I don't like John Tavares as a hockey player. No secret there. But do I wish him bad? Never. And it was horrible to see. I don't want to see that for anybody to happen to. So, yeah, I wish him well. I wish him a speedy recovery. I doubt he makes it back in this series. I think there's a chance he might make it back for the playoffs, depending on how bad the concussion is. I don't expect to see him back, but speedy recovery for next year and back to full health and all that. I mean, that was horrible to see. Horrible to see. So he's been released from the hospital, so that's good to hear. Now, to go forward on that, just to say, Corey Perry did not need John Tavares in the head purposely. If you think that, you're either a Leafs fan. And I don't think all Leafs fans think that. A media clickbait hound, or you're blind and dumb, because if you've seen the replay of that and you can't see that Corey Perry tried to get out of the way, but there was just no space. It happened too fast for a player rolling into him. And if John Tavares was going the other way, he'd have gotten out of the way, but John Tavares was falling into him and there was nothing he could do. Corey Perry was sick about it. You could see he took that fight. I'll show you the fight. He took that fight with Nick Foligno. He did not throw a punch during the fight. He took the punches, which is ridiculous. You're defending your captain that has a brain injury, and you want to cause another brain injury to somebody else who happens to be innocent. And to prove that, Foligno knew that he was innocent. Corey Perry said in an interview that Nick said to me, so Perry saying this, Nick said to me before the fight, let's settle it now. I know it's an accident, but, and this is in brackets, Tavares is our captain. So I don't know what they call Tavares, is a nickname, but Tavares is our captain. So he's saying, I know it was an accident, but we got to have a fight. I got to, he wanted to get his team riled up. And I'm a little surprised. Shea Weber was there when they had that talk. I'm surprised Shea Weber was okay with it. I'm not surprised Perry was okay with it. He didn't throw a punch. He figured, listen, let's get it over with. I'll take what they got, and we'll move on from there. And kudos to Perry for that. Perry was not my favorite guy coming in here to Montreal, and I have loads more respect for this guy. He's proven to me he's not a bad guy. He might have been a dirty player. I get all that. But here he's been, I don't know, I have a lot of respect for him here. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. So he didn't do that on purpose. There's no way. Anybody who thinks that doesn't know hockey. That's what I say. Nick Foligno, on the other hand. Nick Foligno wins my a-hole of the week. So the a-hole of the week, Nick Foligno. Why was that fight necessary other than to get your team focused on the game again? Get whatever, just to get their minds off what happened, whatever it is. But other than that, that's dumb. You want to punch a guy in the head, maybe cause damage to him to defend your captain, who it was a clear accident and you knew it was an accident. And you can't say, I didn't know it was an accident. You knew it was an accident, said, I know it's an accident. That means you know it's an accident. You're the a-hole of the week. And there you go. There's my meme photo. Anybody want to take that? Hey, go ahead. Put that out there. A-hole of the week, Nick Foligno, for making Corey Perry fight for nothing. And Perry didn't really fight. He just protected himself, and he didn't really fight. He didn't throw one punch, and I rewatched it. Now, I have a question on that fight. And maybe I'm wrong on this one, but I have a question. Why did the refs let the fight go on after Perry's helmet came off? Midway through the fight, Perry's helmet came off, and he was getting punches thrown at him. I thought when the helmet comes off, don't they have to get in there and try to stop the fight right away? They waited at least 5-10 seconds to do that. I don't understand why. Now, maybe I'm wrong on the rule. I thought it was a rule, or I could be wrong. But let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong on that. But why didn't they step in? They knew that this shouldn't have happened. As soon as the helmet came off, either way, rule or not, they should have stepped in and stopped it. What else do I got? I think that's it, except here's a picture of John. He's being stretchered off. I don't think this is bad to show. Carey Price, who knows John Tavares, and so does Corey Perry. I'm sure they played on national teams. And Carey said he's a great guy. I don't like him. I don't have to. Carey can like him. He knows him. I don't know him. Yeah, giving the thumbs up, which was great to see. I was worried, if he couldn't do that. You know what I mean? It was horrible. Yeah, I don't suggest you see it, but if you're not weak of heart or faint of however the saying goes, yeah. Good to see that he gave the thumbs up. Yeah, okay. Again, I'm showing you something and I'm showing my thumbs up, but yeah. So good to know that he's out of the hospital and he's doing okay. I guess the last thing I'm going to have here is a very interesting kind of note, I guess. It's an interesting fact between Montreal and Toronto in the playoffs. And that is Toronto hasn't won a playoff game versus Montreal since the 1966 Stanley Cup win for them. So it's only meant 2 playoff series, but in 1978 and 1979, they were swept by Montreal. So there's been no wins, and it continues so far. And as far as I'm concerned, let that continue to go. And I wouldn't mind seeing a sweep. I don't expect a sweep here. I really don't. And I expect this to go 7 games if Montreal's going to win. And I think we're a lot more hopeful for that right now after a win in the first game. I think Montreal still needs to find some more scoring. That's for sure. But I think both teams were affected by what happened. And I think that if you can say that Toronto was really affected by it and Montreal needed that for them to get, just to eke out or, eke out, just barely eke out a win against Toronto. I don't know. I mean, I think Montreal was very affected by it as well. And I think in the next game, we'll see a little bit different there. And I'm hoping that Montreal can find a little bit more offense against Toronto. So there you go. That's my video. If you like it, give a thumbs up. Appreciate that. And leave a comment in the comment section about what you thought about the Tavares injury and everything that went on in game 1. And what do you think about game 2? You think Montreal can beat them again in game 2? And and then we'll see what happens. And that is the game 2 is on Saturday night. So I'll have a pregame and a live stream for the game as well. Hopefully I'll see you there. So look for that. And thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. And I'll see you on the next video, live stream, and pregame show. Bye, everybody.